Hey everyone, and welcome back to Salesforce Mojo. I'm Shane Smythe, and today we're going to be going over advanced promotions. If you've been watching this series for a while, you will know that a couple of weeks ago we did the basic promotions and explained some of the capabilities inside of Salesforce's B2b and D2C commerce promotions. If you haven't watched that video, I'm going to link it up here in a moment. Feel free to go back and watch that one first because you will need that understanding in order to move forward here. But today we're going to be going over buy one, get one free tiered promotions and a couple of other ones that I think you'll really like. So with that being said, let's jump right into it and get into advanced promotions. So before we dive into some of the examples that we'll go through here today on the more advanced side, I wanted to just take a step back and explain a little more about the promotion target type options. We went through this pretty briefly last time, but there are a handful of options. Currently there are 7. There will be more options in the future as promotions continues to get enhanced here. But I find these descriptions a little bit hard to find. They're not actually in the support documentation of the help site. They're on the developer guide and in the object. So if you're looking for the source of this is in the object definition for the values in this object. But if you want to pause the video and kind of take a look at the descriptions here to understand more about the type and when these are used, they're for the most part pretty self-explanatory, but it can get a little complicated as you're starting to do multiple targets and how those work together. So with that, let's jump right into the first use case. We're on example number 3 today. We've done 1 and 2 in the last video. Today, we're going to start with buy one, get one free. This is one of the most iconic and necessary promotions that exist out in the market. You can either do this with an automatic or a coupon. In our case today, we're going to do it with a coupon. Everyone's going to be eligible for this coupon in our segment, everyone who is a member of the store, that is. And the idea is that if they buy one drop-in sync, they get the second one for free. So let's jump right into the tool. So let's start by creating a new promotion here. We'll do that through the same process we did last time. We're going to do this BOGO drop-in sync, and we'll come down and we'll mark this as a commerce promotion. Again, we'll leave this as non-active or inactive to begin with, and we'll come back and activate this when we're ready, and as that is the best practice here. We'll go ahead and come down here to all for both the target and qualifying criteria here. And we won't put any terms in, but let's put in a date. And we'll go ahead and move this out into next year. So it's applied for a while, leaving this automatic off because this is going to be a coupon for us. And we want to say that this can only be applied one time in carts. That way they don't get multiple free items here for us. So that looks pretty good. We would fill in the description objective if we actually were doing this in production. I will drop in a display name here. And we'll actually change this to make it a little bit clearer, and we'll do buy one, get one free drop-in sync. So it's a little more explicit for the end consumer. And we'll go ahead and click save on this. And the first thing we need to do is put in a segment, as we always do. We already have one set up for our store, so we'll go ahead and set that up and click save there. And now that we've done that, we can move back over into our promotion. And again, you can go in whatever order makes most sense to you. Let's start with coupon though. We'll do the coupon of BOGO sync. So it's really explicit on what it's supposed to be. We'll go ahead and mark active on this since the overall promotion is not active. No one will be able to get applied this. And we'll move this coupon out here for about a year as well. And now that we've got that set up, we are down to our qualifiers and discounts. So let's go into our qualifiers. And we're going to say that if the qualifier, which is going to be our product in this case, and it's going to be the drop-in sync, not the bundle, but the individual sync. So if they have that at a product level and they have one of those in their cart, then they're going to qualify for this promotion here. And if we move back over into our discounts, we're going to do a similar setup over here. We're going to target our drop-in sync. And we're going to come down to a target type of product and adjustment of percentage discount here. And we will have 100% discount. And we only want this applied once, so we put 1 in the quantity limit here. All right, now that we have that saved, we'll move back over into promotion, and now that we have everything configured, we'll go ahead and click our active checkbox here and click save, And once we've done that, let's move over into our cart page. So we'll go ahead and go down to the coupon section and we'll do BOGO sync. I still have to fix that button from the last time I mentioned that I haven't done yet. But if this works correctly, we have 4 drop-in syncs in our cart right now. We've said this should only apply once. Each item is $389. So we should see a savings of $389 because we're getting buy one, get one free with a limit of 1. If we wanted to open that up and have every time you get a buy one, get one free, then that would be a little bit of a different configuration, but we'd do that as well. So we'll go ahead and click apply here, and it does look like it applied successfully, which means our cart was eligible. We do see a savings of $389 applied, and you can see that in a couple different locations here. But that all looks to have worked correctly. So with that, let's move on to our next use case. Okay, so this is where we get into a little bit different of a setup here. We want to set up a EOQ or end of quarter premium buyer coupon. And this premium buyer coupon is really incentivizing those premium buyers to buy more towards the end of the quarter. So we want to segment to that audience here. We want to give them a 5% discount when they purchase $500 or more in syncs. And we do want this to only apply to the category of syncs. So we're really incentivizing them to buy in a specific area for us. So with that being said, let's jump to the tool and let's configure this. Okay, so we're back on Promotions Workspace. We'll go ahead and click New again. We'll call this just like we called it inside of the PowerPoint we just saw. And we'll call it Premium Buyers Coupon. And we'll mark it as a commerce promotion, leave the active off here, do the same setup where we're doing all for the qualifiers and the target here, leave everything else as is, and then we'll again give it about a year time frame here. Well, actually, probably should give this about a quarter, so let's go ahead and move a couple months into the future and pretend that is a quarter out here. Once we've done that, we want this to be applicable for as many products as we have in the category we have. So we'll leave the redemption configuration as is. And then once we move over into segment, this is where we get into a little bit of the different setup. We do not yet have a premium promotion segment. So we'll go ahead and click on this and click a new promotion segment. We'll call this Premium Buyers. And once we save this, we will need to go into our Premium Buyers and we'll need to go over into Related. And this is where you have that option to do a sales store or buyer group. So if we go ahead and click into buyer group here, you'll notice that we don't have a buyer group in our store right now. We haven't set that up. So we're going to make a quick detour over here into our store and we'll move over into our customers. And in our buyer groups right now, we just have the standard one. But we'll go ahead and click a new right here and we'll do Premium Buyers. And once we've done that, we'll go into Related and we will mark a member for this, which we're going to do Acme in this case, which will give us the ability to apply it to anyone who has an Acme account. We will also assign a entitlement policy, which is going to be this all access LWR B2b one that we have in here. And once we've done that, we need to apply it to a store, which will be our LWR B2b store. And last but not least, we do need to assign it to a price book, and we will do the same thing with our B2B one that's in here and mark it as active. And now we've quickly set up a new buyer group. We will now go back over into our promotion space here. And once we've done that, we should be able to click out of this and back into it, and we'll be able to see our premium buyer group that is available for our LWR store. So that was really quick. Go ahead and pause, go back if that didn't make any sense, and you'll hopefully be able to understand it. But we're basically saying everyone who's in that premium buyer group is available to have this promotion if they have the coupon. So now that we've done that, we'll go into coupon and we'll click new. And this coupon code is going to be end of quarter sync sale. And we'll go ahead and mark this as active as we've done in the past. And we will go a couple of quarters out here, or a couple months out, I should say. And once we have that coupon, we've set up the framework. Now let's do the complicated part here, which is the qualifiers and discounts. And honestly, it's not too bad here. It's just a little bit different than how we've done it in past ones. This first one that we're going to do is going to be based off of a product category. So this is the first time we've done a category, not a product, which means any product inside of that category will contribute to the qualification for meeting this. So in our instance, we want to do sinks. That's the category we want to qualify on. Again, we will do a product category here for the qualifying type. And now we have an option of either doing the amount or the quantity. In this case, we want to do $500 as the minimum. So they have to buy at least $500. And once they've done that, then they will be eligible for this promotion. So we'll go ahead and save that as we just did there, and we'll move over into discounts. Discounts similarly is not too bad, but a little bit different than what we've done in the past. Again, we're going to move this to category and sinks. And once we've done that, we'll move down to the target type. And again, this will be of the product category here. And adjustment type will be a percentage off. We want to do 5% off. And once we've done that, we will click save. And we should have everything set up in order to give the proper promotion. But the best way to test this is to go in, click activate, and now we should be able to use this inside of our store. So let's move back over into our store. We'll go ahead and take the original promotion off so it's not too confusing, and refresh the page here. All right, so we've reloaded the page. Now let's come in here and drop in our end of quarter sync sale coupon and click apply. And that does look like it's applied correctly. So we've purchased over $500 here, which has allowed us to have a 5% discount. If we drop this to 2 quantity, we're still over that 500 threshold. We should see the amount of discounts come down. And if we move this down to only 1 item, we should no longer qualify for this because we haven't purchased more than $500. So with that, let's move on to the next exercise. All right, so up is our last example for today, and that's when we get into tiered coupons. Now, tiered coupons are an area that are pretty flexible and nice to have when you're trying to encourage people to purchase more of a specific item or category. So in this case, we're going to do a coupon again. We're going to apply this just to the premium buyer group here, and we're going to have 3 different tiers, and they're going to be based on purchased amount. So we're going to have a $500 tier, a $1,000 tier, and a $2,000 tier, again with the drop-in sinks to continue our trend here, and then based on what amount they've purchased will determine what tier they get. So with that, let's jump right into it. We're back in our promotion workspace here. We're going to click new again, and we're going to set this up as a tiered sync purchases. And based on that, we will go ahead and do commerce promotion. Same type of setup as the rest of ours, so I'll just kind of skim through here real quick, and I'll come back up here at the top in just one moment. So go ahead and go down to the end date. This is not going to be automatic, it's going to be a coupon, so we'll leave that unchecked. One important thing here is that you do need to click the tiered promotion checkbox. Make sure to hover over this though, because once you've checked this, you cannot uncheck it. So you will need to create another one if you make a mistake or delete the existing one. We're going to go ahead and click the tiered promotion checkbox here, and we're going to give it a display name of let's see, tiered sinks, and we'll click save here. And first thing we're going to do is the segment, and that is going to be our premium buyer group here. And once we've done that, before we move into anything else, we should go into tiers, because as you set up the tiers, you also set up the discounts and qualifiers. So it's a little bit different of a process here. The best way to do this is to click new and kind of quickly go through and set up the tiers you have, and then come back through and actually apply the qualifiers and the discounts afterwards. So in this case, we're going to call this 10% off a $500 purchase. And let's get the $sign in there. Okay. And we're actually going to come back to rank and why it's so important here in a second. But we'll go ahead and put 3 on here, and then we'll go to the next one, and we're going to do 20% off of 1,000, not 10,000, 1,000. All right, that looks good. This will be rank number 2 for us. And then the last one will be 30% off of 2,000, and it'll be rank 1 here. And we'll go ahead and click save, and then let's go back over here for one moment. So you can see that we have 3 different tiers here, and the tiering rank is pretty important here. So actually the first time I ever set this up, I did it backwards, and so I was thinking that the lowest rank would be the one that is qualified the least, but it's actually the opposite of that. So you want to put the rank for whatever basically is your highest amount, because it will check that first and then kind of go down your list. So a first check is the basket or your cart 2,000. If it's 2,000 or more, it will put this tier in first as rank number 1. If it doesn't match this, then it goes to the next one, and then it goes to the next one, and so on and so forth. So that's how the ranking works. So you make sure you do it the first time. So then once we've done that, we'll go into these sub tabs that got created for us, and you go to related, and it looks very similar with discounts and qualifiers. So we'll basically go through and set up the discounts and qualifiers for each one of these. So we'll first go into discounts here, and we will attach this to our promotion. That's important as an auto get filled in for us. We'll come over in and make sure it's product, and we'll find our drop-in sync here. And we will also go down to our target type, which is going to be our product, and we're going to have this be a percent discount, and we're going to have this be 10%. And we'll go ahead and click save on that. And then once we've done that, we'll go back to our 10% over here and fill in the qualifiers. And same type of thing here, attach it to our promotion, which is our tiered one, and we will put in our drop-in, if I can spell drop-in. And we'll do this as a product, and we want a minimum of $500. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're basically saying when they've purchased $500 or more, then they will get a percentage discount. In this case, it's 10%. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the next 2 here, and then we'll come back together since the configuration is basically the same. All right, so we've configured each one of those, and I'll quickly go through these. 20%, we have a drop-in sync. Qualifying is $1,000. If we go into our discounts here, you can see that we can go over to the bottom here, and it's 20% discount right there. And the same thing is set up for the 30%, but with the $2,000 here. So now that we have that set up, we can go back to our main promotion, and you can go over into discounts and qualifiers, and you can see that it's basically moved all of this over here because it's attached to the promotion record. So alternatively, you could set up the tiers, and you could come over here and create new from here and make sure it's attached to the right tier. I find it easier if you do everything kind of in the tier context, so you make sure the records go to the right spots. So now that we have the tier set up, we'll go into coupons, and we'll do the same thing here. We'll set up a coupon for tier syncs, and we'll mark this as active. Let's see if we can get active here, and we'll go for about a year as well this time, and click save. So that should be the framework we need for the tiers to work. So the last thing we need to do is go back over into our promotions and click active, and we'll hop over into our storefront and see if this worked. All right, so let's go ahead and apply our coupon here. So tiers sync, and we'll click apply. And if this worked correctly, we should get 10% off because we have purchased 2 syncs, which would be over $500. It'd be roughly $700. We're getting 10% off, which is about $77 off when it's the total amount. So this is actually a little complicated when you're doing this type of tier promotions. You want to make sure that you're getting the right prices here. But if we move up to the next item here, so if we have 3, then our total item amount will be over $1,000. So we should see the discount move up significantly to 20%. If we click up to 3, we do see now it jumped up to 233, which is good because we want to make sure that we're getting that 20%. Now, if we move up to 4 here, we'll still be in the 20% buffer. When we move up to 6, we should get a significant bump as well because we're moving into that 30% qualification here. We do see that it's jumped up to $700.20. So that looks like it is working correctly for this last option here. All right, and with that, we're going to wrap up our promotions. We've done the simple version, we've explained the basics, we've done some of the advanced ones. My encouragement for you is to go into the documentation. There's a ton of examples out there of different promotions that are available in here, and being able to combine different types and doing advanced buy one get one frees and order level and category level. So there's a ton of options out there. Feel free to put in the comments if you have any questions specifically about if a specific type of coupon or promotion is available or not. But hopefully this was educational for everyone. Thanks for watching. Click the like button, and thanks for watching.